Hello, the following is going to be a video of this little Henry dirt scraper I bought on auction time in Kansas. I'm going to show you just a little bit of the trip there and back, and then when I got home and got it operating. I made a stop in Omaha, Nebraska to look at this compact white truck. Uh, the body is in very good condition, absolutely no rust, but I think I'm going to pass on it. Heading south on 81 in Nebraska. And more of the same, heading south on 81 in Kansas. You don't wear your steering out in this part of the country. Here again, I just picked up my little Henry scraper from Mount Hope, Kansas. I'm just down the road from where I picked it up. Thought I'd do a little walk around of it and show you the city limit sign of the big city where I picked it up. But you see, grain elevators are big here. Well, we'll see more about it when I get it home. It's morning now. I stopped and got a good night's sleep, ready to make the last 650 miles or so home with my little Henry scraper. You can see here it's so small that I have it on my lighter trailer behind my 83 Chevy Malibu, which only has a 200 cubic inch V6 in it, and it's pulling it just fine in 90-degree weather. No overheating, no problems so far. So being it's behind this car, you can tell that it's just such a small scraper. This Henry scraper, looking at the plaque, was built in, if you can see it, Topeka, Kansas. So I'm sure this will be the first time this little scraper is leaving its home state. So I'm ready to get on the road at 6:30 in the morning to go home the last 650 miles or so. Again, I'm just leaving Almond's auction house site after looking at that machinery there, and I just happened to cross this walking drag line. I don't know what make it is. I would love to go up and walk around it, but I know a person really shouldn't. But judging from the operator's station up there on the right, by squaring the type of glass, I'm guessing this is quite an old machine. I'm going to see if I can find out more about it. It was quite a treat to run across. I've never seen a walking drag line in person. I'm going to try and find out who owns it and see if I come down here and see it operate sometime. There, I got my Henry scraper hooked up. Now, I have a little bit of a concern. If you see, that cylinder isn't the original one for the Henry scraper. I've seen pictures of ones with the originals, and this one being so small in diameter, I would imagine it's from a more modern lower volume, higher pressure hydraulic system, and the D2 is more of the older style with a higher volume, lower pressure. So we're going to see how the D2 hydraulic system works with that cylinder. I hope it works, otherwise I'd have to replace it with a older style cylinder that's bigger in diameter. Now, on my Henry scraper here, these hoses that are on it are so hard and brittle, the rubber is breaking off them, and you can't hardly bend them. I'm not even going to attempt to use those hoses, because why try using them and have them blow and leak oil all over right away. But I have a set of hoses that are on another hydraulic cylinder I have, which have the correct ends to plug into my D2, so I'm going to be putting those hoses on. Well, I have the hoses replaced, and I have it plugged into the D2. Now the D2 has only one double acting valve, so in order to run the hydraulics to the back, there's this valve here. First I'll have the blade picked up, and then you move that valve, and now the hydraulics should work the back. And now we're going to see if that cylinder is going to work. Maybe it'll leak, who knows, but I'm a little concerned because it's obviously for a later model higher pressure system with lower volume. So we should find out soon. Well, you're going to find out at the same time I do to see if this is going to work or not. Clean off those couple little rust specks first. I'll have those cleaned off. Now we're going to try it the first time. So this would be the digging mode. And this is the dump mode. And now we're going to try it out and see how it works. So here you saw it work. First time, same as I did. If I would keep going, I think it would fill it pretty full. I'm sure if the material was wet, it wouldn't want to come out at all. But once it would get polished up, that would help. But I'll never use it enough to polish it. But I also think I'm going to keep my eyes out. I may even have one. Look for a different cylinder, because that cylinder really doesn't have enough travel. Because if you see here, this the bowl could go back farther, because that notch, I'm sure, is meant to clear down here, and that would tip the pan almost vertical, and then it would empty much better. And or else I see they had put a little bit of a limiter on here. A person maybe could move the mount of the cylinder back a couple inches, which would make it dump steeper, and then take this limiter out of here, or shorten it a lot, so you would still have enough travel forward. That'll probably be my, you know, I'm not going to do it for a while, but that would be my first attempt if I don't have a cylinder. Anyway, thanks again for watching. You got to see my little Henry scraper work for the very first time, and we'll catch you again.